All right, it's 7:43, and joining me in the studio this morning is Christy Harness, CASA Advocacy Coordinator, talking about a great program that is coming up tomorrow evening. Good morning, Christy. How are you doing?
Good morning, Richard. I'm doing great, thank you.
Now, tell us a little bit about CASA. What is CASA?
CASA stands for Court-Appointed Special Advocates, and we advocate for abused and neglected children in the juvenile court system.
Now, they have, when people go to court, and these children are going to court, the other folks have competent attorneys. They've got folks fighting on their side, but you are the voice of the kids.
Absolutely. Some children also will have what's called a guardian ad litem, which is an attorney that's appointed to them. However, our role is to do only what's in the best interest of the child, period. Doesn't matter what somebody else feels one way or another. We just gather the information, get it to Judge Cotton so that he can make a decision of what's best for that child.
Right. And, of course, that's a hard decision sometimes.
Absolutely.
I mean, because what is the, you're going to have some children that, they'll say this happened, but they're only saying it because they're mad. It didn't really happen. How do you judge? How do you determine what's true and what's not true?
Well, that's one of the good things that I feel for CASA volunteers is we don't investigate the actual allegations.
Okay.
That's left to the Department of Children's Services CPS unit.
Okay.
And so that part of it we don't necessarily have to deal with. We just investigate what's in the best interest of the child once they actually make it to court.
Okay, and then you stand by the child and make sure they have somebody on their side.
Absolutely.
All right, and of course that gets tough. I'm sure your heart gets broke every day that you see some of this stuff. But you also have a lot of volunteers that help out.
We do have a good pool of volunteers. However, we are hurting for volunteers. We have over 40-plus children that are on a waiting list who do not have an advocate when their case is called in court. Now,
of course, this program also, you need money to operate this program. This is not just a free program that's just there. I mean, you have to have funds to operate this. I mean, court costs, are part of that. What does CASA do to help, with money?
We do get some grants. Of course, we apply for everything that we can. But the majority of our money comes from individual donations from people just like you or anybody in the community. And then we also do our fundraising.
Now, speaking of fundraising, you have one coming up tomorrow night. Tell us a little bit about this Sportsman Showcase that you're having. Yeah,
this is our first annual. We used to do the Penguin Plunge, and we felt like it was time to just kind of move towards something else. And, hunting and fishing is huge in Scott County. We've got a lot of outdoors people. And so we decided that we were going to do something and focus on them, give them something to come out to while helping CASA out.
Of course, the Sportsman has really become part of the media limelight as well. I mean, you've got, Duck Dynasty is now one of everybody's favorite shows out there, and that really brings a lot of new people into the sportsman world. So, this also kind of helps the local folks out and helps them get locally involved. And so what is exactly this showcase going to do? What are you going to have?
We're going to start off around 2:30 with what's called scoring of whitetail. Okay. If anybody who has a deer that they have killed in any time, it's not just within the last year, but any time, and they would like to have it scored by a certified Boone and Crockett scorer, we're going to have 3 TWRA-related folks there who will score that and hopefully be able to get quite a few local people in the state record book for whitetails. Nice. So that's going to start off around 5 o'clock. Then we're going to have the silent auction will begin, which we have some major items, some great items. We're going to have a wild game tasting. We have some venison spaghetti, some turkey chili, some roasts. And then at 6 o'clock, we will start in with our dinner, which is a catered dinner from Lee's Chicken. And then we will have a live auction by JJ and Tracy Dower. And then we have Sam Venable, who's a humor columnist for the Knoxville News Sentinel, that's going to be our guest speaker. And that'll definitely be a very humorous and entertaining speech. Now, some of the prizes, or I guess some of the things you're auctioning off, include like a Bassmaster Rookie of the Year
trip with Brandon Card?
Yes.
And he's just from right down the road.
Yeah, he's from Anderson County. We were very lucky to get that. He was 2012's Rookie of the Year Bassmaster Elite. So he's donated a fishing trip that he's going to go out and do a guided trip with somebody. So that's going to be a catcher. We have a 2-person 5-day fishing trip to Canada. We have an African safari hunt that's been donated.
Wow.
We have a camouflage recliner. I mean, the list goes on and on. We just have the community has really rallied around us to get us some really good items for this.
Now, if you want to be able to partake in this, how would you get your tickets, and how much do the tickets cost?
Tickets for 17 and older are $25. That includes getting into the event plus your dinner. Okay. If it's 16 and under, it's a $10 fee. You can call me today, you can call the office, or you can pick up your ticket the evening of the event.
Okay, what numbers can they get a hold of you at?
Today probably would be a good number to get me at 423-319-7883.
Okay. And, of course, all the money goes towards the CASA program and providing child advocacy for the kids around the county.
Absolutely. Every penny of it goes to the CASA program.
And is that just here in Scott County, or is that the entire program?
It will go. We also have a sister agency in Anderson County and one in Blount County, but the money that we raise here will stay here in Scott County because we fall short every year of what we bring in for Scott County. So everything we raise here covers everything we do in this county for our children.
And the event starts at what time tomorrow?
If you want to have your deer scored, bring it in between 2:30 and 5, and then we'll actually start some more of the activities around 5, and then dinner starts at 6.
All right. Sounds like